underway. I'll pause the music very quickly and we'll switch the scene. So there we go, we are in, and welcome back guys to game number 4 in the War is Coming Group 1 stage between TyRanT Legends and Czech4ever. So far even, the score is 2-1 to the TyRanT team, and this is going to be game number 4 on Nomad, and this is the War is Coming Nomad version. I don't really know, to be honest with you, the differences between normal Nomad and the War is Coming Nomad. I don't know what the changes have been like because it doesn't look really glaringly obvious. Perhaps they did something to even out the resource distribution, because it does seem like the resources in this map are a little bit more evenly distributed than on standard Nomad, where it can be very imbalanced. But I'm looking forward to this one. Nomad is a very fun map to watch, especially when you get very interesting starting locations for the players. We'll see where they put their town centers up, and we'll unscramble, we'll make sense of all of this mess very soon. We'll see if there's a Chinese player though. Yep, we've got Jordan23 and TyRanT on the Chinese. In fact, TyRanT here is making an appearance. He's replacing Mango in this game, and he is in the teal up to the north of the map for the Czech4ever team, playing as the Chinese. And the reason I was checking for the Chinese here is because Chinese, great Nomad civ thanks to their extra villagers at the start, giving them a little bit of an early game boost, which can be very valuable to their team. So we've got TyRanT up to the north here, and he's in it for the Czech team. Over to his right, in the green, we've got Yannick. I said it right this time. Sorry, I've been pronouncing the J. I should just learn that if there is a J at the start of any name, it is probably not pronounced as J. It's probably pronounced a Y, or it's silent, or it's something like that. I don't know. He's playing as the Persians though, and he's pretty much right bang in the middle of the map, sort of off to the east slightly, I guess. He is right next to Doubt as well, but we'll ignore Doubt there for a minute, and we'll introduce the next Czech4ever player. Over to the far left of the map in the blue, we have got Error, playing as the Mongols, and Error has just been like MVPing it up for the Czech team every single game so far. He's been so good, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play this one as well. Like I said, quite a bit of responsibility with the Mongols there, and if the game doesn't really go past 50 minutes, then the Mongol player might not even have the opportunity to really get all that stuck in. But I imagine we'll see some knights coming out in the Castle Age from the Czech team anyway, because that seems to be working so well for them in this tournament so far. They've done a fantastic job with that Castle Age raiding, and so far they've managed even to get themselves into a very good position due to that raiding. So the final person on the Czech4ever team is Exit, and Exit stands to the very south of the map in the red, playing as the Vikings here. We've got another Viking Civ, I guess. I don't know what I was going to say instead of Civ. In fact, Vikings on both teams. So, Viking player down to the south. And, yeah, Exit's kind of far away from everyone at the moment. He's very far from his teammates who are across at the north of the map. He's down right in the south, kind of on his own. And I feel bad for Exit. Like, Exit every single game has had the Vikings, nearly every game anyway. And he has literally been the Sling Master 3000 of these games. Hopefully he goes castle and slings though, because I feel like if he stays feudal all game and slings in the feudal age only, we might encounter some issues again, unfortunately, for the Czech team. So that's the Czech team, and now we're going to introduce the TyRanT team off to the far south, or sort of far east of the map, I guess, far southeast. In the grey, we've got Jordan23. He's on the Chinese as well, getting that good Chinese Nomad start. Up to his north, in the purple, we've got TyRanT Cab playing as the Vikings. And Cab is usually the player to take the Vikings for the TyRanT guys. It's almost been unusual seeing Vikings on the Viper, but Cab gonna get the Vikings in this one. And I think he's going to feel very comfortable with that. Cab is the designated TyRanT Legends slinger, and he's probably going to do that in this game as well, if he can get a nice, easy wall. Of course, he's got Viper's TC right to his left. Viper playing in the yellow as the Persians here, and there's no surprise there that Viper is on the Persians on this one. I think the biggest surprise, though, is that Jordan23 is on the Chinese and not the Mongols. Usually, Jordan23 is the Mongol player for the TyRanT guys, for the Legends anyway. And so it's a bit strange to see him playing as the Chinese here. So Viper and Cab very close. Viper, the protector of Cab in this game, I think. And Cab, as the Vikings, probably going to be making some water, or doing some water even. And most likely just booming up in the Castle Age and slinging in the Castle Age onwards. Now, the final player for the TyRanT guys, just to the left of Viper, in a great place actually, is Doubt. He's actually on the Mayans. So an interesting civ for Doubt here. Mayans, no Mongols at all for the TyRanT Legends, whereas Error is on the Mongols for the Czech team. So yeah, I'm pretty sure these civs were picked or predefined. So that's probably why we're seeing these the non-pick of the Mongols here for the Legends team. But Janik and Viper are not Viper, Doubt, sorry, are together here. But Viper and Cab very close. They almost got their town centers in a line here, very, very close by. And Doubt is going to be able to probably put some early pressure onto Janik here, but look at that stone pile. It's almost slap bang in the middle of these two town centers, and I think it's probably a little bit closer to Doubt's TC. And if they both go for the stone in the middle, then they will probably end up doing a little bit of towering action in the center of the map. So Doubt says he wants to try and lure a boar from over here. I swear Doubt is a madman. If he manages to pull off a boar lure from all the way over here, I'd be pretty impressed. But, you know, Doubt's going to have to get some food from somewhere because he's not got anything at the moment. Yannick, sorry, my god, I said Janik again. Yannick even has the deer here that he's been able to take straight away. He's got the berries under his TC, and he's got sheep as well, whereas Doubt has very little. So Doubt may have troubles getting up to the feudal age here, and he is attempting a boar lure from all the way back here. It's a long way back. He's not got any sheep to block the boar with, and if he loses a villager here, I mean, this is bad news for Doubt. So Doubt has to get this back, and I don't know, it's not looking promising. He's got 14 health left on that villager. He's going to take 2 more hits before he dies, I think. 8 health now left. And he can take, he can take 2 more hits now still. But if he blocks it with his own villagers, he should block it. He should block it. No, he's not blocking it. Oh my goodness, 2 health left, but he will make it back. And that was some pretty epic boar luring from Doubt there. I don't know what he's doing with these lumber camp villagers though. Trying to bring it under the TC, losing a ton of health on that one. But there we go, gonna bring that one in. And that is so important for Doubt to get these boar, because otherwise he's gonna have a very bad time going up to the feudal age. Whereas Yannick will have a much nicer time. In fact, Yannick has already clicked up, and he's going to go to the back here and take some stone. He is 28%, 30% of the way up to the feudal, whereas Doubt is still in the Dark Age, and Doubt is 28 pop, 200 food. He's going to struggle, and at the moment he's got a lot of, there we go, he's got a lot of fishing ships down here. He's got a total of 3, 6, 9 fishers and a 10th one on the way. Doubt going to be clicking up any second now, but he is slow in comparison to Yannick. And Yannick's obviously going to go with those towers and start pressuring Doubt as best he can. Now, Viper running into Yannick's TC. Dead Viper villager as he doesn't get out in time. The Viper coming forwards here, taking some gold. In fact, we've got Cab coming forwards as well. And it looks like these guys want to get aggressive on the flank here. But Yannick is up to the feudal age any second now. And those towers are going to be coming up very soon. He's putting outposts around the back. He's got villagers already at the back of Doubt's wood line. And if he sticks a tower in between these trees, then he's going to have a good time. Those villagers are going to be displaced pretty badly. So Yannick walling this gold. Viper's going to be pushed away there. Meanwhile, Viper is up to feudal as well, but he's way too slow in comparison to Yannick. And Yannick's going to get a very big advantage there. Might even push these guys away so early. The problem here is that Viper, if he wants to attack this with his villagers, he has to go all the way around and into the TC of Yannick. Yannick is playing this one so well on this flank, and that is fantastic to see. That tower's up, Viper's pushed off the gold, and now we've got palisades from Doubt coming up to try and secure some stone himself. But Doubt still not feudal yet, and that tower from Yannick will be going up in the middle of the map and preventing Doubt's stone income entirely. So Yannick's doing really well on this in the center of the map here. There's Viper and Cab going down south looking for some gold. Jordan coming down here as well. And these guys now are trying to take some water so that they can take Yannick off the water here, who has three fishing ships even. Yannick gonna lose those 3 fishing ships, but he's not over-invested into fishers at all, and I think that's a very wise decision for him. Meanwhile, Doubt is starting to put up some archery ranges and build some archers. He has got gold right outside of his town center, fortunately, but he isn't gonna have an easy time towering up. He is gonna put a tower on these berries though, and Yannick's gonna want to put a tower up here as quickly as he can so that he can defend. Doubt gonna put a tower up though, and Yannick's built a mill, but yeah, he's gonna need a tower ASAP behind these berries, otherwise Doubt will push forwards. But Doubt with the archers now, going to be looking to get some villager kills in here, bringing all of his villagers forward to fight. Yannick bringing all those villagers over as well, and this is what you can expect to see in No Man. Yannick looks like he might just get that tower down. One villager going down for Yannick though, as that archer lays down the damage, but there's just not enough archers out for Doubt yet, and he doesn't have Fletcher either, so this is going to be an easy snipe for Yannick if he can get the villagers on the archers. But he's throwing away villagers now to the watchtower fire. Doubt just repairing that up with his villagers, and that tower is so good for Doubt. 3 or 4 villagers down for Yannick already, and Doubt's not lost a villager yet, even though Yannick had the towers. Oh, he did lose a 2 over here. In fact, Doubt not paying enough attention to the towers going up in his wood line. There's 1 down for Doubt on the right side. Meanwhile, Yannick losing more and more back here, but both of these guys really delaying and slowing themselves down with all of this aggression. But it's almost like you have to do it, because if one player doesn't do it, the other player will. And meanwhile, Viper looks like he's going castle here. He's got that that stable and that blacksmith, so he's looking for the castle age upgrade to support Doubt with some knights. But Doubt definitely seems to be getting ahead in terms of villager kills. Yannick now losing yet another villager outside of this tower. And if we have a look at the population scores, Doubt's got 37 and Yannick has 17. Yannick's been pushed off the water here as well by Cab's ships. Cab making those galleys on the outside to try and get the fishers out or off the map from the Czech team. And there's been a lot of action going on this game so far. Doubt though now at risk, because these galleys coming in from exit at the south looking to try and take down these fishing ships from Doubt. And a lot of this population, this 35 population for Doubt, is fishing ships. So Doubt in a little bit of trouble. He's managed to secure himself a little bit of wood though, and he is getting the advantage over Yannick still. So very well played by Doubt here, and it looks like Yannick will be pushed back. There are some supporting scout cavalries from Error though. Error coming in with some scouts here just to get a little bit of extra damage done, but Doubt's tower is just laying down the damage at the moment. And Doubt's going to keep his villagers alive for now. Might need another tower, but he has no stone income. And meanwhile, his fishing ships are getting taken down at the south of the map. They're all gone, and Doubt's now down to 25 population. However, Yannick is on 14, so Doubt's certainly ahead against Yannick here. But the castle age upgrades are starting to come in. Viper's castle now, and we've got 2 stable knights coming for him. Trabant, the Czech player in teal, again, knights coming out from him, and we can probably expect to see some camels from him as well, actually, if the TyRanT team start taking map control. Trabant has that option of camels, so does Viper as well. But those knights now coming in. Error's coming in with knights as well, though. And Viper now here just to help out Doubt, I think. Just to keep Doubt's eco rolling over. But Doubt and Yannick probably doing about equal, well, not quite equal damage to each other. I'd say Yannick took got the worst of that deal there. But with Viper helping out, he should be able to defend a little better. But so much action going on in the center of the map. Meanwhile, Jordan 23 not going to have any part in that. Instead, he's going straight over to Exit, who is wide open. And he's got a tower on his gold, but Exit's going to lose a couple of villagers before he can get inside the tower. And Jordan 23 here going to be able to raid his economy now a little bit down at the south of the map. I just want to see if Exit's going up to Castle. No, he's not. We could see Exit doing a sling here very soon. But look at this from Error and Trabant. A lot of knights coming in from both of them, and they are both fighting under the towers of Doubt. And it looks like Viper going 2v1. Doubt's spears doing a little bit of damage and pushing them back. And it looks like TyRanT and Error just not able to get the knights they need to do this. That tower from Doubt doing so much damage over time here. Viper going to clean up, it seems, this watchtower from Yannick. And Yannick going to go down to about 14 population or less at this rate as Viper looks to clear up some more villagers here. Good momentum, good push from Viper and Doubt. And well communicated, it seems, as well. We've got a Mangonel out as well for Viper here, starting to take down these towers from Yannick. And if that Mangonel reaches the town center, Yannick is in some serious trouble because he will be completely out of this game. So although Doubt is down on 25 population, he's not on the 16 population that Yannick is, and he is definitely a little bit further ahead. Now, Jordan23 doing good damage here against Exit. He's pushed him off of gold, and I'm keeping an eye on Exit still because I want to know if he's going to sling, but he's just making galleys at the moment, it seems, to try and take water control. Of course, Cab is doing the galleys for the Vipers team, the TyRanT Legends team, but Cab's on the way up to Castle now. And he's got that market up, so I imagine we'll see Cab go Castle, do a little bit of a boom, keep the water pressure up, and then after that, we'll probably see Cap doing some slinging. Error's pushing back though, and Viper did lose quite a few knights there. He's gonna have to go right back, and Error's got the knight advantage here as well, so completely even on the upgrades, but the numbers are now in favor of Error back here as TyRanT and Error spam as many knights as they can into Doubt's economy. We've still got these two Mangonels here from the Viper though. One tower's gone down, and in fact we've got Doubt repairing Viper's Mangonels as Doubt runs to his TC and loses villagers. Doubt down to 18 population, and Yannick on 20. Losing even more, down to 16 now, as Viper cannot hold out against the sheer number of knights, the 2v1 here from Error and TyRanT. Like I said previously, the Czech team have got some fantastic knight raiding in the Castle Age. They've always done a great job of that. But now that those two towers are down, Yannick is again in a lot more trouble. Viper now still low on numbers. Doubt as well, just 17 population. But these guys are not looking too bad. The TyRanT guys not looking too bad at the moment. Looking at their scores, they've got about a 500 score lead at this point in time. And Cab at the moment, the score leader. He's got those war galleys out on the water. Now he's up to Castle. He's going to be getting up... he's either going to be getting up more TCs quickly, or he's going to just continue. He's just going to sling. So we'll see what he does there. And keep a close eye on that. Jordan now coming in here as well in the center to support these guys. And I imagine Viper's going to be getting another Mangonel out any second now, so that he can take down this town center from Yannick. Because if they take that out, then that is going to make Doubt's life a lot easier. It's going to help them to defend this area of the map a lot better. And they're going to be able to do more damage over here in general. Viper though looking for yet another town center, it seems. In fact, Jordan's sending him some stone here so that he can actually boom up on as many town centers as possible, or 4 or 5 town centers maybe, even for the Persians. Persians needing a big boom, but it's worth it. And there we go, that TC is going up on the front there for Viper. Viper asked by Doubt to make another tower, another Mangonel, and that's being queued up now. And they could probably get that TC down if they protect the Mangonel well. And with the TyRanT and Error's knights not being over this in this area of the map, might give them an opportunity to push forwards. Now, Error coming in once again with those knights. Great damage from him as usual, getting into the back of their eco, and I think they must be pretty fed up with this guy by now. Every single game there's Error's knights in their economies, whether they like it or not. He finds a way in. It's quite impressive to see. Now we've got Exit in the south still, and I wonder if he's going Castle. No, he's not. He must be slinging. There's no way that Error and TyRanT would have got that knight advantage if it wasn't a sling. Exit though, yeah, he has got a market, so he is slinging, and he will be taking that gold in the front now. But Error getting cleaned up by Jordan's knights and camels. Good to see that those camels being mixed in by the Chinese players. Very, very strong unit to deal with the knights in defense, and that's exactly what they're being used for here. Cab now, like I say, getting those extra town centers up. Just 2 TCs from him at the moment, but we might see another one coming up on this gold over this area of the map. Meanwhile, Cab still looking great on the water, and in fact, if Cab comes over the back here, he could start to really hit this gold pile from Error, which is really unfortunate. He has got another one, but that could be a really big problem for him later on if Cab does go up to Galleon in the Imperial Age. Though it might not be that Cab will upgrade Imperial this game. He might just continue to boom and then sling, but that water control definitely going to be valuable, and it does seem like the TyRanT guys have full water control at the moment, with these docks from Exit being taken down at the south, and Exit's town center dangerously close to the water here. Oh my goodness, not again. Exit, the Viking player every game for the Czech team, he has nowhere to run. He has absolutely nowhere to run. He is so far from his teammates that Exit just, he's got no choice here. He could either run back to his TC and lose it to the galleys of a Cab, or he can run to his teammate, which is halfway across the map, and have Jordan's knights chase him down and kill all these villagers as they run. Jordan's TC going up on that gold right there in front of Exit's base, and Exit deleting his TC here so that he can rebuild it somewhere else. But Jordan's going to have an absolute field day. He's trying to build a TC here. You can see the villagers going to a square there. That's because they were trying to build a town center, but Jordan blocks it, and those villagers go down. Exit has no town center, and he didn't even get, he wasn't even destroyed by the TyRanT guys. He just has none. He deleted it himself. Error coming in with some knights to try and push Jordan away, but man, Exit now must be down 23 population, 23. He's got nothing. That is really bad news for Exit here. I just think, you know, Viking player, they don't just have to sling. They can do some knights. They can still go castle like Cab here. They can try and go on water a little bit more as well. But Cab winning the water, it seems. Now, in the middle of the map, we got a ton of knights coming in from TyRanT and Error again. These guys did receive a little bit of resource from Exit, it seems, but Exit now not going to be able to actually send any more resources to them. Thank you, Dinosaur Cow, who just became a Wololo Warlord. We have a brand new Wololo Warlord in the club, best new subscriber. Thank you very much, man. So yeah, in the center of the map, TyRanT and Error once again now pushing forwards with those knights. We've got more camels out though. Viper and Jordan both switching into camels now for these defensive purposes. And we've even got barracks coming up for some quick last-minute pikemen. But these knights looking pretty good. And in fact, this eco, or this area of their eco, under quite a bit of pressure. There's little blue dots on the map signifying where those knights are chilling like villains. And yeah, I mean, this is really bad news though for the Czech team. They have 2 players with less than 35 population. Doubt has the least population in the game. He's got 21 pop, as TyRanT keeps coming in and killing his villagers. Unfortunately for Doubt, there's not a lot he can do there aside from garrison inside of his TC and hope for the best. But these knights have bloodlines and +2 defense, so yes, they are going to be sitting under that TC and preventing Doubt from doing anything for quite some time. Now Cab, interestingly enough, is actually going up to the Imperial Age here. He's not done a sling at all. I was completely wrong about that. And Cab is not slinging, which is great to see. Finally, we get to see a Viking player who is not slinging. In fact, he's adding in a ton of archery ranges, and he's going to switch into arbalest. Now, this is a big problem for the Czech team. They now have 2 Imperial TyRanT team guys. They've got Janik just going up to the Castle Age. They've got, who is it? They've got Exit, who is still feudal and nowhere near clicking up to Castle. And we've got Cab and Viper Imperial now. Jordan 23 is clicking up to Imperial. So we're about to see 3 fully Imperial TyRanT team members. With Doubt, of course, still being feudal and probably going to be locked in feudal for some time. But that doesn't matter. It's going to be 3 Imperial players versus 2 Castle players. And Janik, who's got 37 population, and Exit, who's got 26. It's looking very good for the TyRanT guys at the moment. And they seem to do this a lot. They seem to play very passively in the Castle Age. They don't overextend in the Castle Age. They don't invest too much into military. They get that Imperial Age upgrade nice and early, and then they push forwards once they're Imperial, and they have a huge advantage in terms of technology. So Cab at the moment, surprisingly, as the Viking player, getting to see some military action. And, wow, these knights from Trabant still at the back of their ecos. A very, very good raiding from them. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Now, we'll have a look at Era. He's still castle. He's nowhere near to Imperial on food. He's got a lot of gold, though. And we'll have a look at Trabant. Still castle, not clicking up either. And that is now problematic for these guys. We can start to see Trebs coming out. We can start to see Cavalier upgrade coming in from the Viper. And, of course, we've already got Halberdier now. So these knights are going to get cut down all that much faster. Viper and Cab going to be building some more siege. Capped Ram being done for Viper now. And this TC from Yannick is going to get taken down very quickly. Very bad news for the Czech team. I'm kind of just feeling like the Czech team at the moment, they have a great Castle Age, and then it just falls apart when their Viking player or their other flank just gets taken out. Jordan 23 building the castle right outside of Exit's new location. Exit once again forced to flee with all of his villagers. He's down to 29 pop, and Doubt still on 19 population, but once the TyRanT guys push this back, now they've got Jordan 23 and Imperial as well. Once they push this back, Doubt can finally get some villages on the map. But I don't know, I mean, Doubt really can't do a lot at the moment to contribute. He can just build up, but by the time he's built back up again, I imagine the game is already going to be over. It just seems to me like the TyRanT guys should roll this now. They've got Capped Ram done, Yannick here. Gonna lose this town center, and Doubt is actually just sending the rest of his resources to Viper here, where they're gonna be up to, well, gonna be a little bit more usable once, considering you have Viper in the Imperial Age. So Viper, where is his army though? He's just doing mass halbs at the moment. It kind of makes sense because it's literally only been knights from Trabant and Era. At the south of the map, Cab's hoovering up all those extra gold mines, putting up some mining camps there, sending his villagers on a huge journey to the south of the map. He's got a lot of gold income, his Cab, and he is keeping on those Arbalesh production. In fact, it's Cab who is pushing down this TC from Yannick, and Doubt just doing cartography. That's funny. I mean, he really doesn't need cartography because, I mean, it doesn't even matter to him what's going on, but I guess he just wants to see the destruction of their enemies. Now, we've got mass towers from Yannick here on this edge, and Era finally now getting up to the Imperial Age. And Era, as the Mongol player, like I said earlier in this game, going to be an important player in the late game, but will he get enough Mangadai out? Will he be able to get those all-important Imperial Age upgrades? And it's, I don't know, not too likely at the moment. We've got Exit probably deleting his TC again in a minute so that he can rebuild it, and, well, probably won't even get deleted. I think Jordan 23's castle will take it out. So Exit just, yeah, not going to be able to really contribute anything at all at the moment, whereas Era tried to get some Mangadai up, but he's defending against Jordan on the south, and Trabant, meanwhile, is defending against Cab and Viper on the north. Trabant has nothing here, really. No military at all. He's clicked up to the Imperial Age now, but it's almost too late. You've got Arbalesh fully upgraded outside of your base. You've got capped rams rolling on through. Even Doubt's archer is showing up to fight. I mean, he's contributing in some way, at the very least. That archer there, they're going to die to the TC if he's not careful. Oh man, that's sad. That's sad. I was hoping Doubt might have like got a villager kill or something with it. But there you go. It's basically 3 TyRanTs versus, pardon me, versus Yannick even, and Trabant here. Yannick only with 1 TC at the moment, so once that goes down, he's not going to have another one. Oh, no, there is one at the back, but that's going to go down. There's one at the front, facing up against the Siege Rams. That is not going to last long, and all of this is going to get gutted. There is no question about it. There are some Mangadai out for Era, but it is too late. They are calling the GG right now. Cab has got galleons around the edge of the map as well, and he is causing trouble from the water. We've got the Siege Rams coming in on the front. Viper's got that Cavalier upgrade. There's Arbalest out for Cab, and that was a fantastic game by the TyRanT Legends. I just don't think that this wall and sling strategy from the Vikings is gonna work in this kind of situation. Exit was unable to win the water against Cab. Once that water was won, Cab could just switch into the land. He could have slung, but because Doubt was so down and out of that game, they may as well have not had Cab sling, and they may as well have had Cab making army and actually, steamrolling through Trabant and Era's base. Yannick pretty much out from the very start, similar to Doubt there, but the TyRanT guys just having that edge, getting up to that Imperial Age much sooner, and once again, the Czech guys with that fantastic Castle Age raiding, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough this game. And the TyRanT guys did take the win. So